baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around trying to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public wearing fake halos, behind closed doors she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson, telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing damn well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to state my name, but I know your kind. Say I'm a deadbeat bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, almost y'all support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
Bitches got me fucked up, man. Baby mama tell you tomorrow she needs some money. Man, you better go to Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring. 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 Wonder holler broke, bitch, you get some child support. Section 8 Obamacare, your ass better sell some dope. I ain't here to save your hope, I'm telling you in the dope. Better save your lean card or a twerking liquor store. Better shake it for Habib, better shake it for Mr. Chan, better shake it for Tyrone, bitch, I don't give a damn. Matter of fact, only fans go find your ass a stam. Who was shopping suckers? Bitch, I'm not your fucking man. It's not my fault you got 5 baby daddies with 4 fucking kids and no else to fucking live. Not my problem, better get your ass a job. Go to sleep in trailer parks, better go to fucking Walmart. Walmart is always hiring. 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 Walmart is always hiring.
Liquor, bet I hit her, yeah, I'm sipping on some Henny, going in, all 6. Hey, let me get some Remy. I'ma have my dick in there before it even hit me. If you think I'm about to drop a dime, ho, you know you tripping, folk. Me the pussy free, but your man, you charge a fee. I'ma get up in the guts and you gon' try to have my seeds, and I'ma be a deadbeat. I ain't tell you had that kid, you know I was about to nut, but you kept on riding dick. When it comes to being freaky, bitch, you an all-star, but you always broke. Better holler at Walmart, so you better take direction. Oh, bitch, take this lesson. Now get up on your knees, I don't wanna hear no questions. Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart, Walmart.
Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Ooh, no. You fucking with the man. Stop the cat, bragging about you having a man, but you know you're lonely. Stop the cat, saying that you got all the dough, but baby you have no Stop money. The cat, saying that your hair on your head is real, but you know it's Stop the cat, wearing some of my that you got from the good old pawn shop. Run around saying, baby daddy, that but you know it's not Stop the cat. You don't do to live off the government, that's what you Stop the cat. You fucked up with a good man, you rather be ran through. You know you made a big mistake, leaving him for Section 8. Even though you're living off from the daddy, making them your children new happy, claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like the baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. Even though you're living off from the daddy, making them your children new happy, claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like the baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. One more time, come on. Even though you're living off from the daddy,
Yeah.
making them your children new happy.
Walmart's always hiring, bitch.
Claiming you're so strong and independent.
Link cards.
You was just like the baby mama terrorist women.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Man, I can't wait till I do a video on that song. That's one video I'm definitely gonna do. That song is gonna be a hit. I guarantee you that song will go viral. I guarantee you that motherfuckers gonna be mad as fuck. And and lastly,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
not at all, not at all, not at all. Shit. I'm gonna do a remix and I'm gonna have Dallas D on the motherfucker. I'm gonna have Dallas D on the remix and shit. They gonna be like, you motherfucking pick me, mammy, self-hating coon, your mama black and everything else. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Cows gang, man. How y'all doing today, man? It's like 65 degrees out here. I'm out here in Ohio and shit. Yeah, it's gonna be some mad motherfuckers. They're gonna be more mad about that than pearly things and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Hey, man, all I gotta say, it's a lot of simping going on around here. There's a lot of hoe hopping going around here. A lot of motherfuckers being exposed. All it took was for pearly things to you know what I'm saying, get big than everybody else, and they found a reason to, you know, say start going against her ass, and it caused a lot of people to get their business out here in the world of YouTube. That's some fucked up ass shit, man. That's some fucked up ass shit. That's sad, actually. Yeah, man, we're gonna have an interesting topic today. Unfortunate situation, actually, you know, about an alphabet, a transgender alphabet, a woman that converted to a guy who decided to shoot up a Christian school, killing 6 people total and killed 3 people. I mean, 3 adults and 3 children. And it's definitely an unfortunate situation. It's sad that your kids can't even go to school and have a safe haven. You know, at one point, going to school was a safe haven. Wasn't no problem in school. Maybe outside, away from the school, walking home. Maybe, you know, cross street from the school, some shit. But in the school, it wasn't ever like that. But in this day and age, you got motherfuckers that have no problem with shooting up the schools. You know, it's definitely unfortunate situation. Shit crazy as hell, man. It's definitely crazy as hell. We're going to talk about this alphabetic transgenderman revolution that seems to be going on, because for those who was on Jap page a couple of weeks ago, happy Easter to you too. For those that celebrate, happy Easter. I don't celebrate none of that stuff. It's all paganism in my opinion, and from what I read and everything. But salute to everybody that's celebrating, you know, Easter. Happy Easter to y'all. But when y'all go back and look at Jap's video, I had went on it that night, and he was talking about how these transgendermen is trying to have a revolution. They ready for war. They fighting the feminists out in the street. They trying to take over. They on Twitter with assault rifles, ready to go to war. You know what I mean? And people sit back and want to say that they the innocent, they the victim. They no different from anybody else because we all human, and anybody is capable of pulling the trigger. Can't make this shit up. I'm tired of people being shocked when a woman do some shit, when the alphabet do some shit. You know what I'm saying? And all that dumb shit. Everybody is capable of pulling the trigger. All it takes is this. It's not hard to pull a trigger. You know what I mean? And I couldn't do this by myself. I definitely had to get Dallas D to come on here and help me dialogue and help me make motherfuckers mad. They already know my mama black. So I want y'all to know that her mama black too. And a lot of people tend to not speak the truth because they're afraid of being shamed, being looked at as anti or hate and all that shit. So, you know, me and her come from the same boat.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So I definitely had to bring Dallas D on today as we talk about this bullshit. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Dallas D come up in the building. I need some help, Dallas D. My mama black.
Hey, public service announcement. My mama black, my daddy black, both of them heterosexual.
Yeah, definitely. How you doing?
What's up, Mr. Palmer? Couch gang, couch gang.
Yeah, how's everything with you?
Oh, it's good. Enjoying the weather. Not looking forward to summertime being on the horizon, but today was a nice day.
What's the weather like over there? Or down there?
Shit, probably 65 degrees, but it's been cloudy out there, and I love a cloudy day. So
that's what it is. 65 degrees, the sun out, little breeze. It's nice. It's nice.
Oh no, we haven't had any sun today. It's been cloudy all day, but I love it.
Oh, okay. Everybody up in here definitely hit the like button. That's one thing that is free. Let me see. Let me get to shit. I mean, from what I've been seeing, Dallas, man, it seemed like it's some revolutionary shit going on with these transgender for some sort of reason.
Man, I don't know what they got going on right now, but it does seem like. But what's funny is there are some stories back in 2022, where NPR covered a story that more transgenders were starting to arm themselves, and more transgenders were starting to go to shooting ranges to practice to defend themselves against the so-called us's of the world. You know,
Yeah,
the anti-LGBTQ. And what those people don't realize is we don't really give a damn who you sleep with.
I definitely don't.
My issue is
That's
the
your
kids.
business. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
my
your
issue is the kids. What 2, 5, 7, 15 consenting adults do behind closed doors, that's between you and those other consenting adults. Knock yourself out. But yeah, but it's sad. And what's really sad is that it seems like there's some kind of effort to cover up
this
their
agenda.
agenda.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's odd about it, because everything else you hear LGBT gets front and center. Just like when the Jeffrey Dahmer story came out, all of a sudden you want to remove the LGBTQ tag. Why? Because it doesn't show you in a positive light. So anytime there's
Yeah.
a story that doesn't show them in what they call a positive light, you want to take it down. But all the videos where you got the transgenders or the cross dressers that are sitting up there dancing in front of little 2-year-old kids, that's all fine and dandy to be on social media, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I'll never understand. You have an 18, not 18, but you have an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, 3-year-old that can consent as an adult to say, I want to transform to a girl or transform to a boy, but they don't have the same say so if they want to drink alcohol or drive a car or go to the strip club and shit like that. What's your opinion on what? Let me change it. What's your thoughts on a child being able to make an adult decision to convert their sexuality to another and not being able to go to the liquor stores, go to the bar, go to the strip club? You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I feel the same way you feel. If they're not old enough or logical enough or reasonable enough or have any idea of what real repercussions are, if they're not old enough to make those decisions to drink, they're not old enough to make that decision to go to a club, to join the military, to buy a home. If they're not old enough to make those type of decisions, how do you get to a place where you're old enough to make a decision that's going to have an effect on you for the rest of your life? As an adult, there are things that I do today that tomorrow, shit, I really wish I hadn't done that. So as adults, we make mistakes. So how do you expect somebody who doesn't have any real thought process around, long-term side effects or repercussions or real life ideology? You haven't been out there in the world. You don't know what real life is. You have an imaginative brain. You have an imaginative thought process. So how do we get to a place where somebody who believes in Santa Claus or that the Easter Bunny is coming to put money up under my pillow, how does this individual get to make that kind of decision? And as far as I'm concerned, if they can make that decision, then should they not be emancipated? That means at whatever age they can make that decision, me as a parent, I'm no longer responsible for them, right? I can put them out the house, right?
Right. It's crazy. Definitely, definitely crazy. What I'm trying to find, uh, first of all, the shooter name is Audrey Hales.
Hale.
Audrey Hale.
Yeah.
But before we get to that low life piece of shit, I wanna uh,
Right.
I wanna get to the victims. I want to get to the victims first. And rest in peace to those 6 victims. And prayers to the family. It's definitely an unfortunate situation that shouldn't happen. But
Absolutely. Condolences.
yeah. Then I didn't know. I didn't know it was a black man that got killed. He was a janitor. He had got killed as well. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Um, Let me see. Everybody's up in here. Please hit the like button. It's one thing that is free. I'm finna see it. I'm gonna see if they show the. I'm gonna check the video out first, and maybe with the video we ain't gotta read it. But I need everybody, going to see the victims of the who died from this piece of shit. Let's see. It will come with the commercials. It always come with the damn commercials. Just can't never get one without the commercials. Gotta always have a
Oh, you
commercial.
got to pay for that.
Yeah, and I ain't. I sleep on the couch every day. I can't afford to pay no fees like
Uh,
that. You know.
Ad free has a monthly subscription.
Yeah, I'm still trying to stay the couch I got now, and trying.
Right, we grew up on commercials, so those little 30 seconds don't bother me at all.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's just heartbreaking to see it actually happen right here in our hometown.
I'm gonna pause it so y'all get a clear view. I hate that, man. Some of the stuff when you pause it gets darker and like that. But anyway, the person in the middle is the brother who was killed. He was a janitor. His name is Mike Hale. He was a custodian worker at the school. You know, I'm assuming these are his kids or grandkids. Not sure, but that's his family. Again, he was 61 years old, and his name is Mike Hill, and he was a custodian worker. It's unfortunate that, you know, I go to work to make ends meet, to take care of my family or take care of myself or take care of what needs to be took care of and I'm at a safe place because I'm at a school. I'm at a grade school at that to get that light flash before my eyes because some motherfucker want to come up in there and shoot up the school and kill me because you got some type of agenda you trying to prove. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the black brother who was killed by this transgender shooter. They just said he left behind 7 children and 14 grandchildren. So
Wow.
And this is the sad part about this situation. Now, this grandfather was 61 years old. He might have lived another 20 years. But because of some piece of shit ass mass shooter that want to go out and just and I told you this old saying, misery loves company. As far as I'm concerned, any of these mass shooters going out doing shit like that, they are misery. They feel with misery and they love company. So they want to go out in the bang and they willing to kill anybody that's around. You know what I'm saying? This man had 7 children, 14 grandchildren. And he didn't die like the average grandparent die. Natural causes, old age, cancer, whatever. No, he died for getting shot. Who would have thought that somebody in your family, uncle, dad, grandma, grandpa, 60, 70 years old, and you find out they passed away because they got murdered or they got killed, shot up at a church and all that shit. That ain't what I think when I hear about a 65-year-old dying. I think about, oh, he was sick. What happened? The heart attack? No, he got shot up at a goddamn grade school. You can't make this shit up, man, for real. Dallas?
And for me, it's on top of that, it's the idea that him, the other, the teacher, the substitute teacher, the head of the school, the idea that you wake up in the morning, you have your daily routine, you kiss your husband, you kiss your wife goodbye, they go to work, everything is just a normal day. And to have to experience this over ideologies is ridiculous.
Very, very. All right, let me continue. So this is 2 minutes. I don't think it's gonna show all 6 of them because unless it's gonna be quick. Hopefully, it show all 6. Now this is Catherine. Is it Kuntz?
I think so.
Okay, so, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but it sounds like Kuntz. She was 60 years old, and she was the head of the Covenant School. She was the head, so she was I guess, the CEO or the principal or the district. I don't know because I'm not. It's a Catholic. It's not a Catholic school. It's a Christian school. I guess it's ran the same way. Maybe she was the principal, or maybe she was the superintendent? I don't know. But she was 60 years old. And again, this might be a grandmother, mother, and she don't pass away from being sick, ill, natural causes. No, she gets shot up by some piece of shit ass mass shooter that want everybody else to suffer because they suffering. Let's continue, man.
She was an absolute champion for her students, and her students always knew that she was in their corner.
Okay, we went on to the next. So this was a substitute teacher by the name of Cynthia Peak. She was 61 years old and was among the victims. Now, wait a minute. You know what this means, y'all? Now, a substitute teacher, think about it. What does a substitute teacher does? Besides, they teach. We know they go there to teach. But what do? What does a substitute teacher do? Like, we know they're there to teach. We know that they, cover what the other teacher left for them or something like that. But I want y'all to realize, what does a substitute teacher do? What do you think it is, Dallas D?
I don't know. You got me on that one.
As W close, he said stand in. A substitute teacher travels. Substitute teachers don't stay at the same school. Substitute teachers will go from one school to one school to one school and get paid, do it 5 days a week. So understand that this teacher didn't go to that school. She was a substitute. She was just coming there just for that day or wherever, how long she was supposed to have been there. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't even a regular worker at that school. So can y'all imagine you or your loved one being a substitute teacher, going to a school to teach or whatever they got to do up there, and they don't come home because a piece of shit ass mass shooter is want to bring misery to your grandmother? Yes, she was a substitute. And that means she didn't go to that school. She traveled. She go wherever they send her. You know what I'm saying? Like a traveling nurse, you know what I'm saying? Somebody do agency. It's the same thing. So this lady lost her life, you know what I'm saying, to some dumb shit, not knowing all she trying to do is make ends meet and do what she need to do for her and her family. Shout out to Black Soul King for the $20 donation. He said one black man is murdered by police. Nashville, Tennessee streets were flooded with marches. One black man murdered by a transgender. It's business as usual.
Right? Because where's BLM?
I had to do it 3 times, man. Let me read that one more time. One black man murdered by police. Nashville, Tennessee streets are flooded with marches. One black man murdered by a transgender. It's business as usual. Yeah, because it wasn't a police officer.
Right.
It wasn't a police officer. Shout out to Black Soul King. And thank you, my brother. Hope you subscribe to the channel. That's real. That's real. And that's what I'm saying. If y'all want to talk blackity black about something like this, something that's real. Don't talk about some motherfucker on YouTube talking about she a colonist for the Africans. You know
all the time.
If you're gonna talk about some real shit, not some shit on YouTube. That's why I say I don't take these niggas seriously.
That's my issue with Black History Month. Outside of Black History Month, y'all just been dumb niggas the rest of the year. Exactly. Black History Month, all of a sudden, y'all want to be pro-black. I don't have time for that part-time pro-black.
Right. But man, most of these motherfuckers on here got pro-black when they thought it was a come up to get some views and likes and more money. You know what I'm saying? It was opportunists. No different from them panhandling ass preachers at the churches. No different, man. Shout out to Black Soul King. You just struck a nerve.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's continue. But this is Miss Cynthia Peak, 61 years old. She was a substitute teacher that was just there to substitute. Let's continue.
Spouses woke up without their loved ones. Maria woke up this morning without one of her best friends, Cindy Peak. Cindy was supposed to come over to have dinner with Maria last night after she filled in as a substitute teacher yesterday at Covenant.
Now this is Hale Shrugs. 9 years old, was a daughter of a senior pastor at the Covenant Presbyterian Church.
So she's known in the community.
Right. And I'm going to say this again. I guess I'm assuming it's the little girl right in the front. 9 years old. And she was a daughter of a senior pastor. So I guess the gentleman is a senior pastor at the Covenant Presbyterian Church. And I wonder, and you know what? I'm not a pastor. Shout out to Black Soul King for being a new member of the Cows Gang, the Circuit Court, man. I definitely appreciate you, my brother.
Couch Gang.
Thank you. Now, I known a few ministers personally who lost their son due to gun violence in the streets, and they went out there like that. It was just, you know, some bullshit, mistaken identity, or it was wrong place at the wrong time. That's what they say. I kind of don't get that wrong place at wrong time shit, because I have the right to go where the fuck I'm supposed to go. If I'm going to the store and I get shot, fuck you mean wrong place at the wrong time? That's just my opinion on some of that shit. But I can't imagine being a pastor or a minister or whatever you are, a priest, that talk about God and Jesus and the Bible or the Quran or whatever you believe in, and you find out that your 9-year-old is murdered by some piece of shit ass mass shooter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How do you overcome that? But I mean, don't get it twisted. If you're a real believer of the book and you're a real believer of God or whatever, then you okay. But you're gonna have some people gonna have that doubts, like, man, this can't be life. This can't be what I signed up for. I don't know how I'll be being a minister and my 9-year-old daughter or my child get killed by some piece of shit ass transgender shooter. Cause they
we
love's coming. I don't know. That's that, because you in a whole nother lane. That's a whole nother. You basically a lead to a certain point. You leading your sheeps, your followers and stuff like that. How you supposed to try to keep that spirit that, hey, God is good, God don't make no mistakes? I don't know. That's just my thoughts, man. That's definitely that's sad. So again, 9 years old, Hale shrugs, and she was a daughter of a senior pastor at the Covenant Presbyterian Church. Rest in peace.
I wonder will they alter their views though on transgender?
I mean,
because from what I know, they pretty much support it, right?
Say that again.
They pretty much support the transgender
A
community.
lot of them these churches and these preachers, yeah, they support it, and to me, most of them only do it to get more followers and a dollar amount.
Gotcha. And I was say, I wonder if you really do. I wonder, does an event like that alter your viewpoint?
Right. You can't say you follow the book, but then when it comes to that, you turn around and turn your back on that part. So that's something to think about. Let's continue. Now this is Evelyn. Do you know how to say her last name? I don't know. I don't know. That sounds like a Polish last name, maybe. I'll just say Evelyn, because I don't want to say the name wrong. But this is Evelyn, and she was 9 years old. She was a third grader at the Covenant School. Her family described her as a shining light in this world. She's 9 years old. Her name's Evelyn, and 9 years old, also a third grader at the Covenant School. And her family described her as a shining light in this world. And her light was blown out by one of these piece of shit ass mass shooters. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next. Well, I guess we just gonna get all six.
Because I think there's just a little boy left, right?
I believe so. Okay, William Kinney, who was 9 years old, was one of the victims of the shooting. I assume they didn't got a picture, but we'll see. We only got a few more seconds. But he was 9 years old, and he's one of the victims of the shooting. Okay, that's it as far as the victim. I wanted y'all to know who the victims was. Fuck the mass shooter. We gonna let you know who that motherfucker is, but I just wanted y'all to see the victims first, man.
And again, condolences to those families. To those families.
Most definitely condolences to the family and to everybody that's grieving and trying to live on day by day. That's some shit. Shit crazy. So now we can get to this piece of shit. What I'm gonna do instead of me reading, it's a video. It's an update on the shooter's motives because I want to see what motive they're gonna have. I didn't even watch it, but I want everybody to see if they got a possible motive. And I also got an article where they talking about she left a suicide note. So we're gonna check that out as well. Everybody here, please hit the like button. That's one thing that is free, if nothing else. Like I said, it's sad that you have these low-life piece of shit that have no problem with killing innocent people and definitely killing children.
Right.
Ain't nobody talking about this.
It sounds like they're bashing all the conversations about it pretty much.
Yeah, it do seem that way. Must be another commercial. Just hold on a minute. They all do damn commercial, man. Yeah.
What, you just getting past the commercial?
Yeah, I'm letting the commercial pass by. I don't know.
I got you. But yeah, it's definitely an unfortunate event, though. Definitely unfortunate. And I don't understand why the babies have to be a target. I have yet to understand it. I've yet to understand why you have to take any of your transgressions or anger or whatever out on anybody else. I mean, if you wanted to take yourself out, hey, you do you.
Hey, do me a favor. Go do it over there somewhere. Facts.
Do you. But let everybody else be. So it's definitely an unfortunate event.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what they got to say.
There were maps drawn of the school in detail of surveillance, entry points, etc. We know and believe that entry was gained through shooting through one of the doors is how they actually got into the school. From our investigations tell us that she was a former student at the school. I don't know what grade she's attended or grades, but we do firmly believe she was a student there. So we know there were 2 ARs.
So before we get, it's only 58 seconds. I thought it was longer than that. But they saying allegedly that Audrey Hale was a student there.
Long time ago?
I'm assuming it's a long time ago.
Yeah, when she was in middle school.
Right. So I have a lot of years. But also I'm gonna play the video where they got her ass. So I'm gonna play that too. I'm gonna find the one they blurred out. Yeah, I gotta find the one. I got the one. I thought I say that I don't see it, but I know I got it where they blurred it, so they don't flag me. Let's continue though.
There were 2 AR-style weapons, one a rifle, another was an AR-style pistol, and the other was a handgun. We believe 2 of those may have been obtained legally, locally here. We have a manifesto, we have some writings that we're going over that pertain to this day, the actual incident.
Okay, so they said they got some writing, so that means that might be the suicide note that I wanted to show y'all.
I thought the suicide so-called note was delivered via a DM to a friend of hers, and whatever this manifesto is, from my understanding, only the FBI and I guess Nashville Metro, whatever, have actually seen the document. I don't think they've released any of it yet.
You don't think they released it? Because
I don't think so. I haven't been able to
Hmm.
find anything on it. I know everyone's talking about it, but it's odd. You know, everything else has been pretty much retracted, circulating around this story.
I think, in my opinion, they trying to cover the shit up since he's a transgender. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, cover this shit up.
Or disassociate from it.
Yeah, because they don't want nobody saying, "Oh, y'all get down like that too. We got to watch you motherfuckers too. Y'all some terrorists too." See that?
Or to make them a target.
Yeah. See, I got to give a shout out to my brother, Uncle Larry. This Uncle Larry, y'all. Shout out to Uncle Larry for the $50 donation. He said, Judge Palmer, as I said before, if they keep pushing this alphabet nonsense on us and keep demonizing straight masculine males, there's going to be a lot of Clifford Burns and men talking to their shoes happening. We will be barbarians for a fam. I agree to the fullest. So you already know what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to let Clifford Burns speak his piece.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry in the house. Thank you, my brother. Shout out to Brown Hornet for the 999. Oh, you laid the game. You laid the game, but we're going to do it again. Shout out to Brown Hornet, man. He say salute with the palm in the Cows game, PSA. Also, I thought those people were such a peaceful community. They have to hold this L. This is completely on them. What's up, Dallas D?
What's up, Brown Hornet?
Go ahead. You give them the PSA first.
My mama black, my daddy black, both of them heterosexual.
PSA, public service announcement. My mama black and my daddy was straight. Shout out to Brown Hornet, man. 1975. And also, I want to give a shout out to Cool Brother Phil, man, for the $20 cash out. How you been, my brother? Hope everything good with you. And I definitely appreciate the support, man. Thank you as always. And again, I always say this often. Shout out to the real hotel brothers out here and even the hotel sisters. Shout out to the real pro-black brothers and the real pro-black sisters out here who call out everything. They don't just call out the white man or the white cop or, you know, call out what some racist so-and-so did. They talk about everything that's wrong in the community and outside of the community. Shout out to all y'all. Them the ones I respect and will always will. Fuck the rest of these motherfuckers.
Thanks.
Shout out to y'all, because he's a hotel brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Shout out to y'all. Them the ones I respect. The rest of y'all motherfuckers, y'all ain't no different from Reverend Jackson and Niall Shaw and the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it gotta be it gotta be something that's gonna give you some notoriety, some shine, and selective outrage.
Hey, I always say if something happened to me, I die in a suspicious manner and it's around some BLM nonsense. Don't have them Negroes speaking on my behalf. They are not invited. Tell Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton to stay over there.
Biatch. You say go to Walmart and find you a sweet lick.
Right, because all y'all doing is photo opping.
Yeah, man, I ain't got time for that, man. Selective outrage shit. So yeah, for real. Now, it's something that kind of got me, where a Senate chaplain doubles down after saying thoughts and prayers are not enough after Nashville shooting. It was very interesting. And I agree. I don't know who this chaplain is, Senate chaplain, but it's like 7 minutes. I want to see what this person got to say. Again, I ain't watched it. Because some of this stuff I purposely don't watch. I read it, and I purposely don't watch it because I want to watch it with y'all, where I don't always necessarily got to know what they say. I want all of us to know at the same time
You know what I'm saying? Jay say, you do Jesse Jackson like that? Hell motherfucking yeah.
All day.
Shit. All day long. Fuck
I
that.
feel the same way about him. I do child support.
Damn right, man. Now, if you want to talk about sellouts and selective outrage, you go to the ones. Don't talk that shit about someone on YouTube. Well, you know what? Wait a minute. I just thought about it. Before we get to the chaplain, the double down, I want y'all to see a transgender pastor who compares the Nashville shooter to Jesus.
What? I'm done. I'm done. You can't make this shit up.
I want y'all to hear that one more time, y'all. I know y'all like, nigga, you lying. Stop playing. You joking around. Nah, before we get to the sitting that double down, that double L line. Listen, I get it. You know,
I don't.
No, I'm talking about I get it that, you know, don't nobody, you know, it's some bullshit. That ain't true. You just making up some shit trying to joke. No, I'm not joking. A transgender pastor seems to compare Nashville shooter to Jesus. I shit you not. Let Denzel speak for Malcolm X before we get to this situation. Because I saw that shit. I ain't watched it either. I just saw the title. Yeah, we're going to talk about this.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
I was not supposed to be laughing today.
Listen, I wasn't either, but I'm not laughing about this dumb shit right here, though. I gotta laugh at this. You know, you had a right to be a chaplain or preacher, whatever. I won't be there, but this motherfucker compared it to Jesus.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
Is that it? Yes, this is it. Let me make it bigger for y'all. What does that say on the top left?
Transgender pastor seems to compare Nashville shooter to Jesus. I am hallelujah. I'm all the way done.
Yeah, they
Can
got
the church say amen?
Yeah, they got trans pastors. That ain't, yeah, they got trans pastors. They got everything that shouldn't be pastors at these churches.
So is it a she trying to be that now identifies as a he, or he that now identifies as a
opinion, I ain't played or nothing, but in my opinion, I think that's a woman portraying to be a man.
Identifying as a he?
Just from what I'm looking. And yes, I think this motherfucker's worshiping Sky Daddy. It's Sky Daddy.
You already know.
Man, support the channel, y'all. I'm coming with some real shit. And we ain't got to the about the war zone shit. We just talking about how these motherfuckers, first of all, motherfucker killing 6 innocent people. But then you got people trying to make it like you know, it wasn't transgender, it wasn't like that, and all that shit. To somebody saying they compare the shooter to Jesus. First of all, Jesus didn't have no weapons. He turned the other cheek.
And definitely not an AR.
Right. He died for our sins from what the books say. So how do you compare the Nashville shooter to Jesus? But let's see.
Let me get my popcorn.
You get everybody get the pop. Matter of fact, you know what? Before we get this started, I'm gonna let one of the real reverends speak his piece.
We might need to save Reverend X for after this one.
You want to make it after?
Yeah, we might need to save Reverend X. that might need to be our repentance.
You're right. It is gonna be our repentance. You damn right. See, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. I didn't think about that. Let's continue with this Jesus piece.
In their recording of Jesus' journey to the cross, the author makes a point of saying that the chief priests and the whole council were looking for false testimony against Jesus so that they might put him to death. Those leaders were looking for any excuse, valid or not, to crucify Jesus. And they found that reason. And that reason was solidified when the crowd shouted to release Barabbas. They had their final excuse. They would kill the one whose reputation as a teacher and healer and whose mission of love and dignity was so very threatening to their own reputation that they needed to kill him in order to preserve their good image. It's baffling to me that someone's existence can be so threatening that people decide they need to be controlled, that they need to have laws made against them, or even worse, that the people that they find to be so threatening should die. There are a significant number of people who have deemed that the fact that the Nashville shooter happened to be a trans person, so it's been reported, is just the excuse they need.
I knew it.
To call for the eradication of trans folks.
I knew it. 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 So forget about the people that got killed and what the motherfucker did. Now you want to come out and make it like motherfuckers trying to crucify an innocent motherfucker. You just can't make this shit up.
Right, because for you to say not because they were threatening anybody yielding the AR and firing it is a direct threat.
Did y'all hear what this motherfucker said? This motherfucker is basically saying that the society is trying to crucify a victim, a mass shooter that's a victim.
That took out 3 9-year-old little kids. So they didn't lose their life because that they was at the school firing off. They lost their life because they was transgender. Okay.
You fucking income fucking poop.
I'm glad you told me to wait on the Reverend X. I'm glad you told me to wait on Reverend X because I think I'm gonna need to get rejuvenated on some real spiritual guidance.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me wind it back a little bit. I want y'all to understand what this motherfucker said.
They need to be controlled, that they need to have laws made against them, or even worse, that the people that they find to be so threatening should die. There are a significant number of people who have deemed that the fact that the Nashville shooter happened to be a trans person, so it's been reported, is just the excuse they need to call for the eradication.
So, at the moment when him, her, she, him said
him, her,
that, those people, the minute they, whatever, they deserve to die. If somebody had came in there for trans gentlemen, had come up in there blazing the glory, would they have still felt the same way? We don't need to kill them because they're transgender.
No, they would have said
that has got to be the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
Now, I just thought about, since you said that, I want to know, because if somebody go up in the club and shoot up a gay club, they say it's a hate crime, right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
And what I want to know,
without any real motive, they say it's a hate crime.
Right, even without a motive, they say it's a hate crime. So by this transgender going in there shooting up, and I'm assuming they all straight people, is that considered a hate crime against straight people? I mean, I want to know, or that's just like this nigga said, a Jesus piece. What do y'all think?
This is like if you actually take out the life of a transgender. So a couple years ago, Texas was on the hot seat for the number of transgenders that were coming up dead. Well, they tried to make it where all of a sudden any transgender that died, it was automatically labeled as a hate crime. And I said, well, first of all, if a gentleman is seeing somebody who portrays themselves as a female, walks around like a female, looks like a female, acts like a female, introduces himself as a female, and you're getting involved into this relationship, and some weeks pass by, if you've been spending time with them, and then they come to tell you after you've kissed them or right before the first kiss, it doesn't matter when, that you actually are a biological male. At that moment in time, if something happens then, that's a crime of passion, not a hate crime. There is a big difference, but they want to label every last one of those as a hate crime. So anytime when a book gets injured, it's a hate crime.
Yeah, I realize that if it's the opposite, it's a hate crime. But they're not calling this a hate crime, even though you have a transgender killing 6 straight people. Shout out to Black Soul King for the $10 donation. He said in ancient Greece, the Greeks called transgenders gynomorphs. They worship she-male gods. Gyno, woman, morph, shape. Example, you know how to say that word? Dionysus. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong.
Dionysus or something like that.
Dionysus. I think that Dionysus. Yep. That's interesting. I didn't know that because I know a lot of people look at the Greek and stuff like that. I know there's a bunch of alphabets too, but I didn't know they worship the gynomorphs, and I didn't know they was she-males. See, this should go back in time, man. This should go back. It's in the Bible. Shout out to you, my brother. Yeah, you come with some straight knowledge. I didn't know that. Shout out to you, my brother.
And for this,
but I didn't know they had a she god. He god. Go ahead.
Right. But for the pastor to be up here talking about now we're using that to create laws against transgender. First of all, they've been trying to create laws. That's not new because the Nashville shooting happened. But the laws we have are Dionysus. The laws we have an issue with are the ones that you're trying to establish for 12-year-old children to seek medical attention or gender affirming care without the need to get their parents' blessing and or permission. That's bullshit. So you can say whatever you want to say. This incident is not why they are writing laws against LGBTQ.
No.
When they decide that they want to ban a book that describes LGBTQ relationships in a more than adult manner, that has nothing to do with the Nashville shooting. The kids ain't got no business looking at nobody in a sexual position in a book. They're 8.
Shout out to Charles D. Curry for the $5 donation. He said, play that Reverend X hitting that C-walk. Go ahead, Elder School. You know what? I'm going to download that video when he doing the crib walk. I'll download that, brother.
I've never seen it.
Oh, man. He actually can crib walk, but he got some rhythm. Shout out to you, my brother. Damn. Shit. Play that crib walk. Ain't that something? You compared the government to Jesus. Hit the like button.
Yeah, so Pastor Phony can sit down somewhere.
I don't take this nigga seriously at all anyway. I want to be there. And my thing is, whoever up in there, I want to know, y'all still go to that church? Then again, it might be all the same.
Right.
Yeah, let's continue.
Education of trans folks. Rather than focusing on the fact that we have a serious gun violence problem that continues to go unaddressed, rather than focusing on the fact that 6 more people are dead, rather than focusing on the fact that those staff and children should have been safe in that school, or focusing on the fact that children do not feel safe in their own schools, rather than focusing on any of this, they have decided they need to cause more harm.
Who's not focused on the victims?
Right.
Who's not focused on the crime?
Exactly. You talking about some damn transgender shit. Okay.
But any other time, so that's another thing that bothers me. You want to get mad because they want to report in the news as this individual was transgender. But any other time, you want everyone to respect your fucking pronouns and call you by the he, she, they, thems, and all the time. So now I can't call you by your pronoun?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, man. So this motherfucker tried to compare the shooter to Jesus. The shooter to Jesus. And then now the media is trying to say, they're trying to blame Republicans' gun culture and anti-drag laws in Tennessee for the massacre. Now, I always say this, we've seen this in movies, TVs, and everything else. Guns don't kill people. It's stupid motherfuckers. It's stupid motherfuckers that kill people, not the gun. So what the fuck? But I mean,
a gun ain't never been arrested or locked up. A gun ain't never been handcuffed. A gun ain't never been charged. A gun ain't never been indicted.
Exactly. So now you want to blame a certain party for all this shit. This shit ain't gonna stop. Even if you ban the assault rifle, they still got guns, dummy.
Right. The only people you hurt are the law-abiding citizens.
Exactly. That's what they want. They want it to be a state ran police state. That's what they want. They want a police state where they don't nobody have guns but them.
But back to what the Pastor Phony was saying. No one said that they need to eradicate trans people. What was said was they need to eradicate transgenderism. It's the ideology that needs to be eradicated. So it's cool for y'all to instill a false fear when it comes to heterosexuals against you. But when you're out here committing crimes, all of a sudden, you need to remove the LGBTQ hashtag.
Facts. Nah. Remove the LGBTQ off the Netflix when Jeffrey Dahmer came out. He ain't one of us when he was an alphabet.
Right. And so were his victims.
Exactly. But you're going to say that, oh, he ain't part of it because you knew that was a look on you. Shit. Shout out to Charles D. Curry for the $10 donation. He said there was actually a school district down here, Dallas, Texas, where the parents went to the district and raised chaos because the books that was in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I ain't know about that, and I was out there too.
They've been doing that all over the country, though.
Shout out to you. I didn't know what was going on in Texas. I didn't know that. Let me ask some Mark Black Heart Rebel. Let me ask you a question because you alphabet. What I want to know is, and we just said this, I want to know your honest opinion. Now, if I go up in a club, a gay club, and I shoot it up, even if I don't come out and say the F word, I don't say none of that, but they're going to say it was a hate crime. I did it because I'm anti-gay. Do you believe by this transgender who went up in there and shot up the school and killed 6 straight people, do you consider it as a hate crime, or you just look at it as they just victims of automatic assault rifles? I want to know what's your thoughts on that. Shouldn't it be a hate crime and not just a mass shooting? I want to know what's your thoughts on that, because I believe it should be a hate crime. I want to know your thoughts. I'll play the rest while we wait on his answer. Oh damn, that's it. Shit. Where you at, Mark?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I want to know. Lorenzo Davis say, Mr. Palm, we're having a drag race march today. The patients are running the asylum in California. Wow. I have a Russian bot up in here. Okay. Well, shout out to the moderators up in here. Thanks for telling me.
I got him.
Well, I got to play him anyway. I'm going to let Reverend X speak his piece, even though Dallas E took care of it.
Cut that bitch off.
Thank you. Mark ain't gonna answer. Maybe he left. He didn't want to answer that one, I guess. I don't know. But before we get on to the next one with the Senate chaplain dumb it down on it, let me go ahead and let Reverend X put us back into the real spirit, because what that nigga was talking about was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He basically, as far as I'm concerned, trying to deflect on what this motherfucker did. Now, in my opinion, I don't care if it was a transgender who did it, if it was a black person that did it, if it was a white motherfucker that did it. It don't make a difference. It was a piece of shit.
Facts.
But the reason why I'm talking about, because y'all say that transgender men and alphabet community, they don't do nothing like that. They're innocent. They victims. They ain't capable of doing shit like that, just like these baby mama terrorists. So my thing is they just capable of doing the same shit and more. You know what I'm saying?
They're oppressed.
Yeah, you ain't oppressed shit. But let me let Reverend X speak his piece right quick.
You the devil. You the devil. You a Satanist, huh? Then you wrote a book too then, right? You got a book with blood on it, huh? You Satan, huh? Who created your ass, Satan? Who created your ass? I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. The devil is a motherfucking liar. So you know I ain't worried. Bitch. Stupid bitch. Look at that. I'm provoking that, huh? I'm making motherfuckers just hate God more. I'm provoking that, huh? You goddamn devil worshiper, you ain't got no excuse. Motherfucker, you ain't coming in you come in the name of Satan. I guess if you like a house nigga and want to go competitive, if I say I'm God, then I guess you have to take the side of Satan, huh, motherfucker? Stupid bitch. It's not of competition, it's of cooperation. Stupid ass house nigga. I can't see you though, bitch. You see me, I'm all out. I make my ass very available. Tom, next caller. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house.
That's my response to that transgender ass preacher, pastor, whatever the fuck it was. I don't take that motherfucker seriously at all. Lorenzo say that he's talking about drag men. I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. I knew you weren't talking about no driving. I knew you were talking about alphabet. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're trying to take over in California. I'm not surprised at all. That's sad. Shout out to G-Man for the 999. He said the image of Jesus is a man named Caesar Borgia. And I know about the Borgia family. And he was a part of them. They keep messing with the children. It is Christmas Eve time for them. Facts, 100%. Shout out to you, my brother. If y'all in California, y'all definitely better be careful. You got these drag men trying to race your ass, if you know what I mean. Now, this Senate chaplain by the name of Barry Black, I believe he's a black dude, called for action after the mass school shooting. He's saying that we have to do more than just thoughts and prayers. Not enough. So he's probably going to talk about changing the laws and all that, but that's not enough either. I don't think you need to change the gun laws. No, I don't think you need to change the gun laws. But let's get to that. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. This shit crazy.
Heartbroken. We're all sick of it. Another day, another mass shooting, except this one in Nashville involved the deaths of 3 children under 10, along with 3 school staff members. I instantly realized the blame game would begin. How did the now dead Nashville shooter, who is believed to be trans, legally buy 7 guns from 5 stores while being treated by a doctor for emotional disorder? President Biden again made his.
You know what? You know me. I normally don't use the color thing because, you know, everything about color. Now, he just asked a dumbass question. He said, how did this transgender get all these guns when he was diagnosed or whatever as one of them nutty balls, right? Now, you know exactly why. And everybody who got some sense know exactly why that person was able to get the guns, even though it's supposed to be psychologically fucked up. See, you got privilege, and it's certain. It's certain
birth tattoo.
Exactly, it's certain protection based off your complexion. I'm just keeping it real with you, y'all. Just keeping it real with you. That's why.
Was the mental disorder gender dysphoria?
I don't know. We finna find out, hopefully. Tomorrow, how did she got it? That's exactly how. Shit. Shout out to Charles D. Curry for $5 donation. She said, and that's our biggest thing. We don't care who did or what one do. Believe the children alone. My goodness, facts.
Facts.
100% facts. Thank you, my brother. Now, Mark said he responded. Shout out to Pan African.
Let me see. If you said something, I'm sorry I missed it. Hold on, let me go back up. You got to resend it, bro. I don't see it. Honestly, I don't see it. I'm scrolling up.
I don't either.
I don't see it. Last thing I see from you, it says they know. That was at 6:36 Eastern. Resend it, bro, because I don't see it, brother. I don't see it.
I see one that says you didn't read my comment, but I don't see anything above that.
He say Fox News ain't real news. Ain't none of them real news to me.
Neither is CNN.
Ain't none of them real news to me, bro. I'm not. If this was on CNN, I'd have played it. It don't matter. They all full of shit to me. They all got their own agendas. You know what I mean? So I don't have no picks between Fox and CNN. CNN is a Democratic piece of shit, and Fox News is some Republican pieces of shit. They all one of the same to me.
The facts.
Yeah, but resend what you said, because I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. They all full of shit. They all got the same agenda. They just moving different. That's how I look at it. Shit. Independent. All right, but let's see.
It's all propaganda.
Yeah, that's all the game. Let's see. Is he gonna come out and say what issues this motherfucker was having?
And legally buy 7 guns from 5 stores while being treated by a doctor for emotional disorder. President Biden again made his pitch for an assault weapons ban, and the media finger pointing has grown pretty intense.
A radical trans group, the Trans Resistance Network, is already coming to the Nashville shooter's defense.
So Mark said that ain't nobody worried. Oh my God, nobody is worried about y'all children. Now, what
I was trying to ignore that.
No, I'm not gonna ignore that shit. I mean, my thing is, you still don't answer my question. Whether if nobody care about the kids or whatever, I want to ask you the question again. If a trans gentleman, one of your constituents, go out there and kill a bunch of straight people at a school or at a church or something like that, would you consider that as a hate crime? Yes or no?
And first of all, for you to say nobody wants y'all's kids, that means you're separating trans kids from regular kids, from heterosexual kids. That's first of all. But y'all want everybody to be holding hands and kumbaya, but y'all keep wanting to separate us. Second of all, like Mr. Palmer said, if nobody cared about the kids, we wouldn't be talking about this story. So if they're not coming for the kids, then what is all this about all these kids going through all these changes, kids that have been victimized because this was a transgender that decided to take the life of 3 9-year-old little kids. So you can say what you want to say, but you don't get to tell us that we don't get to worry about kids. Just because you only worried about a handful of kids don't mean we don't get to worry about all the kids. So whatever it is, whether it's transgender phoria, whether you trying to cut somebody's penis off, whether you trying to sew some females between her legs up, whether you giving them hormone pills, regardless of what it is, or whether you taking them out of the school, leave the fucking kids alone.
Shout out to Jay Jermaine for the $10 cash. We said, check it in, Pimpin'. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. Appreciate you to the fullest. Now, before I press play, it said Hale, he felt like he had no other effective way to be seen than to lash out by taking the life of others. What the fuck? Life for transgender people is very difficult, made more difficult in the preceding months by a virtual avalanche of anti-trans legislation and public calls out.
So you wanted attention.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, come on.
Hold on. You wanted attention.
Wait a minute. You see this? Who said that? What you mean? When the white dude went over there and killed them people in the churches, in the church, in the grocery store, it was a hate crime. What mass shooter you talking about?
It depends on who's taken out. This was a Christian school, right?
Shout out to Charles D. Curry for the $5 today. He said, I don't even have kids, and I still save a child from getting hit by a train. So tell me we don't care about kids. Shout out to you, brother.
I've saved a child from a burning building. I don't have kids.
Yeah. I told y'all, when it's all said and done, most of these motherfuckers don't love children. They don't love it. They don't love children. They don't give a fuck about children. So I mean, that's the one thing I've been saying all the time, and you know what I'm saying, I'm sticking to it. You know, like I said, anybody that go in there and shoot different races of people, different genders of people, different sexuality of people, 9 times out of 10 is a hate crime. Even the dude that shot out the club and he was binary or something, and even though I'm like, that's not a hate crime, he one of them. They made it still a hate crime.
Let's reverse the role. Say Audrey Hale had been sitting in this classroom for whatever reason, and somebody just came into that classroom same day and killed them. Would that not have been labeled a hate crime? Because they transgender? Same day, same setting. Would it not have been called a hate crime?
Yeah. Yep. All right, well, let's continue, man.
But hold on. The first sentence right here where it says Hale, who felt they had no other effective way to be seen than to lash out by taking. So you wanted attention.
They full of shit.
You wanted attention. And you decided to take a life to get some attention. You could have posted a TikTok for some fucking attention.
And look like it's posted, said Trans Resistance Network. I wonder is that Twitter. We're gonna have to look them up. We're gonna have to look them up after we play this. I want to see what this I'm gonna play just some of it, what the chopper gotta say. Yeah, we're gonna look at that Trans Resistance Network.
Trans community sympathizing with the child killer. Almost justify.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they justifying this fuck shit. They justifying this fuck shit. My bad, I didn't mean to go that far back.
Blame game would begin. Emotional disorder. President Biden again made his pitch for an assault weapons ban, and the media finger pointing has grown pretty intense.
A radical trans group, the Trans Resistance Network, is already coming to the Nashville shooter's defense. So the trans community sympathizing with the child killer, almost justifying the mass murder.
Why can't you have a rational conversation with a Republican about maybe everyone only needs one gun, not 7. Maybe if you're emotionally disturbed, you get 0, not 1 or 7.
You can't rationalize with a Democrat either. What the fuck? They both can't be rationalized with. That's some stupid ass shit.
But you know why they can't sign off on that, because if they all suffer through gender dysphoria, is that not considered some type of mental illness? So that means none of them would classify to own a gun, right?
Right. That's what I think.
So that's why they can't sign off on that. But if you're I feel the same way about that I do about postpartum depression. Y'all can hide behind 10 years doctrine all you want. But if a woman is suffering from postpartum depression, how is it in the best interest of the child to send that child home with that mother? Same way, if gender dysphoria is a mental illness, how are they? They shouldn't be allowed to buy a gun.
Exactly. But, that's a different circumstance.
A lot of Republicans essentially say that there's nothing that politics can do about this.
The dishonest media mob, they also rushed to politicize this shooting. Now, in a headline, Reuters, they refer to the shooter as a, quote, former Christian school student. The New York Times all but apologized for, quote, misgendering the killer.
What you mean, misgendering? What? That was a woman who reverted to a man. Unless they try to say it was a man at first, maybe that's
no. Or are they talking about everybody still referring to it as a her?
It is a her. It just
that's what I'm saying, though.
It still is a her. See, even when it comes to, like I always say, if a dude say he a woman, nigga, you a dude. Same thing. You a woman converted to a dude, you still a female. I'm not calling you sir. So, whatever. A lot of people be mad at me because I see them. They be, either transgender or they lesbian. I be like, how you doing, sir? How you doing, man? I'm not finna sit back and call you no motherfucking sir and you a woman. Real fuck, what you convert to? Fuck you.
Clay, it seems like in the wake of this horrible tragedy in your city that we're having the debate again about guns, even though you know, I know, all journalists know, all politicians know that Congress isn't going to do anything on guns.
That's true. But I think also this is something deeper, Howard. And look, this is my hometown, so this strikes particularly close to me. I've got a 9th grader, a 6th grader, a 2nd grader, all 3 in different schools in close proximity here. So my heart aches for any of the parents that are dealing with this, and certainly the family and loved ones.
Yes.
But look, this is intensely political because every time there is a shooter, and particularly anytime there is a white male shooter, we hear from Merrick Garland and we hear from Joe Biden that domestic extremism is the single greatest threat that this nation faces, that right-wing Donald Trump zealots are committing murders at horrible rates. And they have politicized this to such an extent that when it is a trans shooter, they try and run from the reality. Now, I don't like to share the names of any shooter because I think the data reflects, and I'd encourage anybody out there that the data reflects that makes shootings more likely. But it is.
I say mention them because I want to know who the fuck doing what. I mean, I get it where
I agree.
You don't say their name, but that ain't stopping a motherfucker from saying, "Oh, I want to do it."
You don't have when it's a person of color, you don't have no problem putting up their whole background.
Exactly.
Crimes they committed 2 years ago that they served time for, you don't have no problem with that.
Exactly, y'all. Yeah, if somebody do a drive-by, you'll say he had like 30 counts of motherfucking this and motherfucking counts of that. So that's what I'm saying.
And again,
outrage.
They walk around LGBTQ proud. All of a sudden now y'all don't want to be proud. This is not the focal point.
Yeah, because it ain't a good look.
Right. Everywhere else is the focal point. You wear your LGBTQ on your sleeve. You identify more with who you sleeping with than you do your actual race. And that's a fact.
That's a big fact. Big fact.
But now we got to put that on the back burner.
Right. Fuck out of here. Let's continue.
It's important to know the motives here. And I think it's significant that Joe Biden, who usually hops on a plane anytime a event justifies the left-wing narrative that he wants to spread, we're almost a week since the shooting. He hasn't come to Nashville. He hasn't sent anybody from his administration to come here and console the community and speak out against the violence that may well be coming from the trans community. And I'll also point out that we still haven't seen this manifesto. Usually when there is a manifesto and it is something that makes a right-winger look bad, boy, it sure seems to hit the news wires almost immediately. The New York Times and Washington Post, they break it. We don't know what this shooter said. And until we do, in that absence of the release of this manifesto, it allows all sorts of negativity, I think, to continue to fester around what is a truly awful story.
Right. Jill Biden, it should be noted, did go to Nashville. And, the business, Lucy, about the being treated for emotional disorder. Apparently, Tennessee doesn't have any of these red flag laws. It just drives me crazy. But what do you think about Clay's point that the left wing jumps on this and exploits it politically?
Well, I guess we need to exchange reading lists because I do not feel like the coverage of school shootings or mass shootings in general typically stresses that these shooters are like MAGA supporters, right? In fact, there have been coverage of shootings in recent years, like the shooting of the members of Congress who were at a softball practice years ago in Virginia, where it was quite clear that the person who committed that act was from the left, and that was covered. So I don't think that is actually consistent with the media narrative that I see. I do think that one of the things that is so odd about any kind of concern over whether or not we should spend more or less time on the fact that this shooter was allegedly or supposedly transgender is that the plural of anecdote is not data. The fact that a transgender person committed a shooting in Nashville does not take away from the other amounts of data we do have about these shootings typically being committed by young white men.
They full of shit.
Right. If it
all of a sudden it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter. man.
If there's a black man commits a crime and you want to put all their, anytime one of them dies at the hand of the police, you want to put all their previous crime. If the reason why I'm here had nothing to do with that crime I committed 20 years ago, why is that news? So all of a sudden now you want to disassociate facts from a story.
You fucking men come fucking poop.
Because it doesn't look good for them.
Exactly, because they've been
every
taking
time it doesn't look good for them.
They've been taking off these motherfuckers all these years. Now they gotta put their foot in their mouth. That's why. That's why. Fuck out of here.
Right. Any other time y'all want to be flying flags all over the place, y'all got sidewalks painted in all the rainbow colors.
Yeah.
Y'all got a flag flying at the Capitol. So don't sit up here and tell me now we can't make this a focal point. Oh, well, you know, this has to be redacted from the information. That has nothing to do with the facts. Why? It was a fact.
Well, you
and if it was the reason why, because y'all won't release the manifesto to anybody, we don't know if that is what led to it. We don't know if that was the reason.
You can
think about it.
You can thank Obama for that.
Right. But think about it. If Audrey Hale went to this school as a child and maybe they were going through gender dysphoria as a kid, who the hell knows? Maybe they were taught, maybe they were taught that was wrong back then. And maybe she had a vendetta against some of the teachings as a child. Who knows? But because you want to leave that part out, how do you know that's not a relevant portion of this case?
I agree. I agree with you to the floor. Shout out to Black Soul King for the $10 donation. He said, white America media is now establishing their narrative, save face. Yeah, 100% facts. Both full of shit. Let's continue. What's the big deal? Basically, what's the big deal?
Right.
That's what they basically trying to say.
And in many cases. So it's part of this is about creating the right context.
Right, and it was just after a week or so after
She
the Denver
just,
school
but
shooting.
hold on a sec.
Okay.
She just said white men usually commit the shootings. That's not true if you break it down on a per capita statistical basis. Most mass shooters are not white men. That is the story that is out there. Most white shooters are not Donald Trump supporters. That is the story that is out there. And when it is a trans shooter, I think this is important. This is a religious elementary school. So I don't think it's crazy when there is a manifesto out there for people to say, wait a minute, was religion involved in this attack? Was this potentially motivated by the trans ideology of the shooter? These are questions that immediately get raised. Joe Biden would have been on the ground along with Merrick Garland in 12 hours if there was a manifesto out there and somebody said they were shooting up a Nashville elementary school because they were Donald Trump supporters and they believed the 2020 election had been stolen.
Fact.
You got a point there. You got a point. But what do y'all think when he said that the mass shooters are not mostly white men?
I wanted to hear who it was.
He didn't say.
And I wanted him. That's what I was waiting on. I wanted him to put his data source.
But
because every source, that means everybody's wrong. Because every source I've ever gotten information from.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Or is he considering? So it all depends on how you define mass shooters, because everyone has a different definition. So some mass shooters are described as somebody who takes the life of 4 or more individuals in one setting. He could be talking about an individual that over time has killed multiple individuals. So you got the neighborhood drug dealer that takes out 20 people over the lifetime of his drug dealing experience. Are you trying to compare them to the school shooters, the church shooters, the people that?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he is, because anything to twist a narrative to save face, just like my brother said. So
right, but
he
you
might
spit that out without telling us who it is and where you get that data source from.
Right, but the thing about it is we already know who leads in the mass shooting. Now, I don't think every white mass shooter male is a Trump supporter, and I don't think it's necessarily Republican shit. No, I don't believe that. But to sit back and say that the mass shooters are not mostly white men, that's why to let Malcolm X speak his piece. You know what I'm saying? Now, Black Heart Rebel, which is Mark saying equal marriage is for everybody. Yeah, I agree. You have the right to marry whoever you see fit. I just say don't put our children in that equation. Wait for them to be grown and make them have that adult decision on their own, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14 talking about I want to be a man or I want to be a female. I have a problem with that. You can marry whoever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? LH, no, I ain't get that, bro. Send that. Yeah, I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it when I was on there with Jap. He played it, but they deleted a lot of that shit off Twitter with them revolutionary alphabets. Shout out to the Bell for the $2 donation. He said the LGBTQ community needs to claim as killers. I agree.
That's facts.
We got to
Because
claim
everybody else got to claim theirs.
We got to claim them. We got to claim Pookie, Ray Ray, or whoever do some shit out there in the street. You know, I don't know the motherfucker, but since I'm black too, my mama black, I got to claim that shit from what they say. What they say. Shout out to you, my brother. Damn right. Yeah, just take your, just hold the L, like a trophy. Just hold it like this. Let me see. Just hold it like this. Just take your trophy.
Right.
Take your trophy. But I want to see if dude gonna say who it is though.
Well,
they would have been here in a heartbeat. It would have been the #1 story for months. But this story is vanishing to a large extent. And there's a report that CBS News has even told their staff, you can't even mention that this is a trans shooter.
Got it. Let me
see what I'm talking
that
about.
was interesting too.
See what I'm talking about? They don't want you to say that this is a trans shooter. They don't want you to know this, y'all. They want y'all to believe it's just some random dude. No, this was a man dude. This was a transgender who was a woman that converted to a man.
Right.
They want you to really believe that it wasn't no trans nothing. It wasn't the alphabet nothing. They really trying to lie to you. This is why it's very important, you know what I'm saying, to spread awareness, because they will lie. They will lie and try to make it probably try to lie and say some black nigga. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's in their feelings.
Got me now. You got me now. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop. You figured me out. You got me red-handed. You got me red-handed.
Even though that may well be integral to this overall story.
Unfortunately, these shootings do fade from the news after 2 or 3 days. Washington Post says conservative commentators unleashed a new wave of anti-trans activity connecting them to violence. But is that true, or is it just the Post, who quoted a trans woman from Media Matters, coming at this from the left?
Well, just as you don't like to name shooters, I don't like to say the names of irrelevant, sort of dead on arrival, presidential candidates. But one such Republican presidential candidate really thought he was going to have his breakout moment this week on this network and in other conservative channels by saying that this is all about the fact that this shooter was trans and that this is, we must unlock this. So I think that it of course this is going to become part of the backdrop of the culture wars, but I don't think that all of these shootings end up fading. All of this concern over Christian transgender, this is just kind of identity politics playing out in the media frame.
Right. Unfortunately, everybody in the media wrestles with this. It's become so common that you cover it for 2 weeks, you cover it for 2 days. Good conversation. Lucy Caldwell, Clay Travis, thanks so much for joining us.
The fuck out of here, man. That's why I say both of them be trying to cover up shit, man. Fuck out of here.
Right.
They both trying to cover up shit.
But if that's how this person identifies, why are we removing it?
Exactly.
You don't remove black.
Hell no. Even we try to say he ain't Black American, he Caribbean, they still put in the same boat.
Right. So how are we removing identifiers now?
Exactly.
That's the main identifier in today's environment.
That don't show you this is a straight political move and a political agenda. This is not an agenda. Then shame on you for thinking otherwise. So now we're finna go to your articles, Dallas D.
Which one?
Let me see. Let me get to that list right now because I know you said it was certain ones.
Yeah, we don't have to go through all of them.
No. I agree with you. I'm gonna call now. You say yay or nay, because this right here, man. I want you to understand. They want y'all to really believe that it was the Tooth Fairy that did the shit. They don't want you to believe it was a transgender.
Well, it don't matter which one. It doesn't matter. You could do the one about the one that's trying to start this whole so-called. You want to do the Day of Vengeance later?
I mean, we could. It don't matter.
Go. It don't matter.
We always, now the thing about it, okay. When it's all said and done, we always gonna keep calling the truth, whether we do it or not.
Hold on. Do you have the story where CBS said we're not using the word transgender?
Is Twitter removed tweets about trans day? No, that ain't it. Hold on.
Oh no, I didn't send you that one. I thought you had sent that to me.
Did I? I could have.
But you can show the Twitter one too. But yeah, because the Day of Vengeance.
Oh, let me see. Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you did send that one to me. about
Was it,
CBS. So yeah, so everyone's trying to remove different aspects of this story for some reason.
was it an article? Because I'm looking what I
Yeah, I think so.
the Daily Mail, the New York Post, CBS.
Was
Yes,
it the
yes, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get to that one. Yes,
and then
yes,
we'll do the Twitter.
yeah. And then we could do a continuation on the yeah. Gentlemen and ladies, I want y'all to see on how CBS and other media outlets is trying to basically ban the use of trans when it comes to this mass shooting. What is the commercial? Yeah.
You already know it.
Let me pause it right quick. Let's take a look at this right quick before we get to it. CBS is X
Go
bar.
ahead, Palmer.
Yeah, CBS is X bar the word transgender from reports on Nashville shooter. This is not journalism. Ain't that a bitch? Let me let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X. See, that's what I'm saying. Blackie Blacks ain't talking about this.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
They not gonna talk about this. The media ain't supposed to do no shit like this, but they did it when it comes to transgender. And I do agree. Somebody said in the chat that the LGBT is trying to cut off that T. They really trying to distance themselves from the motherfucker. A lot of the LGBTQ, I ain't gonna say T, they don't care for the trans. A lot of them do not care for them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them do not care for them. They got a whole nother agenda. So I understand. I think I understand why. But this motherfucker banned the use. Somebody's not journalism. Ain't that a bitch?
Right. But why is the transgender community not upset about this? Because any other time I want to ban LGBTQ, y'all want to get an attitude. If I ban it out of a book, you want to get an attitude.
Right.
If I say we can't talk about this in school, you want to get an attitude. If I say the kids can't go to a drag show, you want to get an attitude. So where is the LGBT outrage for them banning the word LGBTQ when talking about this story? Where's the outrage?
Shit, you already know they love. I told you they got power. They got power, man. They love the fact that the media try to separate them from this unfortunate situation. This is a 38-second clip. Let me play it, see what they're talking about. So as you see, the new staffers were reportedly told on an editorial call to avoid identifying the Nashville shooter as transgender. Okay. Now, despite authorities confirming that the killer, born Audrey Hale, 28 years old, used male pronouns and the name Aiden. So
right, I'm supposed to respect your identity, right?
Right. So even though this person was a female that decided to convert over to a man, we can't use the word transgender or transgender. Let me ask something, Mark, if you up in here still. Are you offended that the fact that they want to get rid of the term transgender because it's not journalism? Don't you feel offended that they're not representing the alphabet community by letting them know who this person is and what they represent? I want to know, how do y'all feel, y'all, that this person who's a transgender, proud transgender, want to be a transgender, you know, proud. And the media is trying to say, no, don't use transgender, man. Don't use transgender because that's not journalism. I want to know. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to the alphabet community that, you know, they trying to hide who it is. And Conway, yes, says it's obvious bias and manipulation. I mean, I know it is. I just want to see, anybody agree with what they doing. And anybody who agree with what they doing, y'all already know you trying to keep that good old saving face shit. Y'all full of shit. Selective outrage.
Very selective.
Yeah, they think they could be like the Untouchables. If y'all know who I'm talking about, the Untouchables, when you talk about them, shit, everybody coming out the woodwork, you lose your livelihood. You can't post a video, you can't post a movie, a documentary, anything. Them will make sure that they don't get touched. See, them the Untouchables. They trying to be the same thing. They trying to be untouchable, but y'all motherfuckers can be touched. So let's continue. Let's go back to what I just said. And the fact that Nashville police are investigating if the slain shooter's trans identity may be linked to a motive. See, they don't want that to come out that it might be a trans revolution. That's what it seemed like to me. Seemed like some type of revolutionary shit going on. And let me let Pastor Dave Manning speak his piece, because I ain't let him speak his piece at all yet.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, the police noted that as what they call it, a point of interest or a fact of interest or something like that.
Yes.
So if the police are actively investigating whether or not this had anything, which is what you're supposed to do in an investigation, when the target is a Christian school, but all of a sudden now we can't mention anything transgender.
Not when they do something bad. No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, but I thought y'all was a proud people.
Yeah, hold that L. Now, sources say that the staffers were left stunned into awkward silence over the decision to self-censor. You don't say.
I bet they were.
Yeah.
Just like we are.
Right. What's the big deal? That's what he was, then that's what he was. She was. If the cops didn't address it, maybe you could avoid it, but withholding information is not journalism, a network insider said. You damn right. You low-lifted ass motherfuckers. I told y'all, media ain't shit. Media is one of the most manipulated media in the world. They can manipulate you to believe that the sky is blue when you look outside and it's fucking gray. Media can make you change your mindset. They can make you hate somebody else. They can make you believe anything but truth. That's just no different than these baby mama terrorists. This is crazy.
But you know what? Now that you played that one, go ahead and do the first link I sent you. The one that everyone's so outraged about, talking about they want to eradicate all transgender people. Go ahead and go. I wasn't going to do that one, but let's go ahead. So you got all these individuals that trying to eliminate the ideology of transgenderism from this story, from this mass shooting. But y'all sitting here just like Pastor Phony. Now you up here talking about they coming up with all these laws, they're trying to ban this, they're trying to ban that, and you outraged about that, but you're not outraged that CBS banned transgender from this actual story. We're not outraged about that.
No, because they don't want their name involved in shit like that.
Right. So if you are proud, so a CPAC speaker calls for eradication of transgenderism. Now, they tried to spin the story saying that they wanted to eradicate transgender people. He didn't say anything about people. He said transgenderism, which is an ideology. Right. So, and somehow claims he's not calling for elimination of transgender people because ism is not a people. Where is ism a people?
Shout out to Reverend X, man.
You fucking income fucking poop.
But I just want to go down to his actual, because I think there's a quote, his actual quote in there, what he said. Because we don't have to go through the whole thing. I just want to see it.
Who is this smiley motherfucker anyway?
I don't know who he is, but this is the one everybody's outraged about. About they want to eradicate all the transgender people. So you don't. So when it comes to the story about Audrey Hale, we want to disassociate everything transgender because it doesn't show you in a positive light. It may make a lot of people upset, and as it should. Anytime children die at the hand of any adult with whatever you're suffering through, or anytime a child dies for any reason, there's going to be community outrage. There's going to be public outrage. We're supposed to be upset. But because you don't want this association, with this particular mass shooting, but yet and still you want to sit up here and try to fan a war saying that anybody who thinks outside of this, anybody who wants to pass a law that doesn't allow you to transform our children, anybody who wants to ban a book on transgenderism in school, anybody who wants to ban the drag reading hour in school, you want to say that is us trying to eradicate people, but yet and still when one of y'all actually eradicated individuals, all of a sudden now we running from a label.
That's funny, ain't it? That's just some shit, man.
So yeah, does it have the actual quote on here?
Let me see.
So yeah, during his speech on Saturday, Knowles told the crowd, for the good of society, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. He didn't say anything about go out there and slaughter all the transgender people. That's not what that statement says. It says the ideology has to be put to bed, because the ideology is what is transitioning our children. The ideology is what's going to lead to pedophilia. The ideology is why our male boys are getting their penises snipped off. It's the ideology that have a lot of kids committing suicide. It's ideology that have a lot of these children confused. So the ideology is what they want to pass laws around, not people. It has nothing to do with an individual. Nobody cares who you
They know that.
with.
They know that.
You can't. They're not saying Tom can't marry Dick when he's 27 years old. They're not saying that you can't live a happy gay life, a pansexual life, whatever sexual you want to be. Nobody's saying that. So y'all want to sit up here and take this and fan some kind of idea that we're trying to strike a war against y'all, but yet and still
y'all got agendas.
Right. But if this is what Audrey Hale did, we're not entitled to that information. What if Audrey Hale this was her way of starting war against heterosexual individuals? Who's to say it wasn't?
I say eradicate baby mama terrorism. Shit.
Right.
The fuck? Hell yeah.
But yeah, so they use that statement to say that he wants to eradicate all transgender people. He never said that.
Of course.
Has nothing to do with people. It's ideology. It's getting rid of it in books in elementary schools. It's ideology.
Yeah, it's ideology, but it depends on what you're trying to get rid of.
Right. It's giving hormone suppressants to an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old. It's ideology that needs to be eradicated.
Adding the P on the LGBTQ.
Right. Because what does the plus mean? In order for there to be a plus, that means something else is coming, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like that P bullshit. Y'all know what the P is. So, yeah, you're right about that one.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that real quick. Yeah. This is what they all upset about. So you want to say that we're waging war against y'all, but we want to leave out the fact that maybe Audrey Hale was waging war against Catholics.
Yeah, either Catholics or it could have been, straight folks. It could have been something that happened in the past when that motherfucker was up there. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
But now the other two, you could just do the foods that's starting that was supposed to be starting this day of vengeance, the trans day of vengeance. And yeah, it's those first two.
You know what? I agree with you. Let's we could do the transgender war next week. It'll be a whole nother set.
Okay.
I'm with that for that one. That'll be a whole nother set, because Jap even talked about the war on transgender. That I agree with that. Yeah, because we talked about trying to raise war and shit, and this is
right. And if that's what they're doing, is that why they want to hush this story about Audrey Hale? If that's what they're doing, because there are rumors out there. Okay, for instance, they claimed that the Day of Vengeance, and we'll go into this next week, but they claimed that the Day of Vengeance was supposed to be some peaceful protest. What is peaceful about vengeance?
Yeah.
The fact that it was called the Day of Vengeance, what is peaceful about that? The fact that there are stories that go back to 2022 where a lot of transgender individuals were arming themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have any problem with anybody arming themselves. I am a firm believer your Second Amendment right. No problem with that whatsoever. But the fact that those stories were trending in 2022, and now here we are with the Day of Vengeance. You got the Audrey Hale story. It just makes you wonder, is there something going on in the background? Why are you hiding the fact that this may be a hate crime? Why do we not want to call this a hate crime, but you're so quick to label everything else? If Audrey Hale had been the one that died, nobody would have said remove LGBTQ from the story. Nobody would have said don't identify them as a member of the trans community, because that would have been the highlight of the story had Audrey Hale been the one that died. Had somebody target Audrey Hale, LGBTQ would have been the headline. They died because they were LGBTQ. Period.
No, 100% facts. What I'm gonna do? Let me find that video where they killed the trans gentleman.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm gonna get my ass back on this chair couch over there.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen that. Oh, never mind. I thought you froze up for a second.
No, I didn't freeze. I'm trying to find.
But yeah, it's just a sad event all the way around. But it's just funny to me. Why is there such an effort to remove the LGBT, to disassociate LGBT from that story? It's one thing for a news network to not ever mention it. That's one thing. But the efforts to remove it or disassociate, that's what's bringing me some pause. It's a lot of effort going into it. You got Twitter that was removing stories about it's a lot of removal with LGBTQ tags when it comes to the story, and that's just it's alarming to me how much they're trying to hide just that fact up.
No, 100% now.
And they won't release the manifesto.
No, they're not. Nope. They're not. I want to say shout out to the police officers that actually did their job. They didn't do like the Uvalde shooting and sit back and wait, wash their hands, put motherfucking alcohol in their hands, scared to go in there and do their job. These officers went in there and handled their motherfucking business. I want to give y'all a warning. This contains graphic content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer
discretion is advised.
Now they blur the face out of everything else, but still, just letting you know. Everybody who's up in here, appreciate y'all for being up in here and understanding what we're talking about. Let's get this thing started. Fair use. This for educational purposes only, and calling out the transgender for what they is, and not trying to delete that transgender part and make it just like it was just a regular, dude. It was a male who used to be a woman. Still a woman. Let's get this thing started. What up, Disney? Yeah, it's the Nashville shooting. I don't know. I'm assuming this is the person, the shooter in the van. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I thought the police were called at like 10:13 or 10 something. I thought.
Yeah, I'm assuming. So as you see, this trans gentleman shooting through the door before he went through the first door. I want y'all to understand, this is a trans gentleman. They try to lie and say it's not. This is a female who converted to a male. And you know what? Look, let me back up right quick. Now, right here, not right here. When you look right there, that don't look like no boy.
No, it don't. It looks like a girl.
I want y'all to understand that even though motherfucker ain't got no body, no shape, that looks like a female. That don't look like no boy, even though you're trying to look like one. That look like a female. Let me let Denzel speak for Malcolm X before we, continue on.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
I'm just saying. Look at this. As you see flashes in that shooting. Oh, that's the light. No, that's the
yeah, that's a light or something.
Light. Look at this motherfucker been trained. Look. Cali West, Miami, what up, bro? Shout out to Hologram for the $2 donation. She said they don't want her medical history to come out. Facts. Shout out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, my brother. This motherfucker had an agenda.
Just got an update. It's going to be first floor, main lobby of what? I'm making entry on the front side. I got a civilian that's coming in here.
The kids are all locked down, but we have 2 kids that we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Into my window zone. They're upstairs.
Hey. Give me 3. Let's get 3.
All the way down this hall, it's fellowship hall. The end of this hall is fellowship hall. They just said they heard gunshots down there, and then upstairs are a bunch of kids.
Let's go. I need 3.
One more.
Let's go.
See how quick they got them keys to get in that school?
Yeah.
Metro Police.
Open door. On me. I don't know where he is. Metro Police, open door.
Okay.
Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear.
Next. Let's go. Door. With me.
Hold the door.
Next.
Like this.
Open it. I got it.
Bathroom.
Let's go.
Yeah, these classrooms got their own bathroom.
Cover left.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Take this with me. Take this. No, that's locked. Take this door. Take this door. Take it. It's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs.
Go.
Are they running towards the sound of the threat?
Yep.
Push it LPB up. Push it LPB up.
He is probably still hiding.
Right, but they running towards the threat. Uvalde didn't do none of that.
Watch out, watch out. Get your hand away from the gun! Get your hand away from the gun! Get secondaries for God security! Hey, hold the air. Go, go. There you go, second floor.
This is from a different camera, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they go in? First floor, first floor, first floor. Hold there, y'all. Somebody hold there. Hit that door. Rifle first. Rifle first. Blue, go. Go, 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 go. Go. Move. Move. I'm with you. Go left. Straight, straight. Right here, right here, right here, right here. It's locked. Go. Hit that stair. Hit the stairs. Go. Go stairs. Go stairs. Go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I got it. Go. One down. Keep pushing. Go. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Move. Right, right, right. Push an LPBO. Push an LPBO. Go right. Move, move. Watch out, watch out. Move. Stop moving! Stop moving! Watch left, watch left. Suspect down, suspect down. Hey, hold the air.
Hold on. Before we get, hold on. He went in and added extra shots while the motherfucker was on the ground.
Right, and then said stop moving.
Push an LPBO. Right. Push an LPBO. Go right. Move, move. Watch out, watch out. Move. Stop moving! Stop moving! Watch left, watch left. Suspect down, suspect down.
Hey, look, hey, twist that nigga leg back. I was trying to show it.
But yeah, after you done fired off them 3 shots, they gonna say stop moving.
Look, twist that leg back, boy. Woo. Dude shot actually just because. They say, where's the blood? I don't know, might be internal bleeding. Shout out to Adolph Caesar. How you been, my brother? Shout out to Adolph, man, for the 1999. He said, been a minute since I contributed. Building this business is taking all my time, but I still rock with you, sir. Take these hood taxes. Shout out to you, my brother, and I wish you definitely greatness on your endeavors and add me to the equation. I'm trying to make money too, so I can upgrade my couch again. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Adolph, man. Yeah. The people probably hiding and ducking and everything else. Look at this mother. Twisted like a damn presser, boy. He shot even when the mother was on the ground and kept shooting. He's like, move, move, move. Pop, 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 pop.
Right.
Yeah.
But it looks like the school did a pretty good job of locking the kids down. I don't know what their protocol was, where all the kids were, if they were all locked away in classrooms.
Yeah.
But yeah, based on this individual, had they been successful with that fire alarm and had kids just coming out in the hallway, it would have been a lot deadlier than it was.
I agree. Shout out to Speaking My Mind for the $2 donation. Said live call on duty. Shout out to you, my brother.
That's exactly what it looked like.
It do like a live Call of Duty. Shit. Texas Rattler, I looked at my email. I didn't see anything new from you. Resend it. Let me see. We do the ending of this right quick. He come in like, move, shot her too.
Push it, LPBO. Push it, LPBO. Go right. Move. Watch out. Move. Stop moving!
Now, how do you do that after 3 rounds? Talking about stop moving.
Watch left. Suspect down.
And were those shots to the head?
I probably was. They only do that so they could to have a reason to kill your ass and shoot you. So, I mean, they do that to us, so ain't nothing new.
Because if you consider the angle that he was coming in and the fact that she was already laying down, and it looked like there was like a pool of red outside of that blur. So if those was headshots, how you fire 3 rounds talking about stop moving?
Man, anything to justify they shooting. They fear for their safety. You know how they do. I fear for my life. I think, in my opinion, it was overkill, but I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker. So it is what it is.
I feel you. They were guilty as charged.
I think it was overkill because that motherfucker wasn't moving. That motherfucker was barely breathing. She got the Clipper burns, right? Yeah. Matter of fact, for just for y'all for a bonus, they actually did a Christmas Eve moment. Let me let Clay Davis. Let me let Clipper Burns speak his piece one more time on the house.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in a post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Yeah, so you got that Clipper Burns treatment, boy. I ain't mad at them. Shout out to them. Shit, good. Fuck them.
Yeah, but they did respond. That was a totally different from Uvalde than what you saw at Uvalde. You got 50 cops standing around with their feet up, talking about what they did last night at Uvalde. Man, I'm telling you that was horrific. But yeah, that was overkill. I don't care what nobody says. Because at the time he took the 3 shots, I believe that they was probably already out of here, or at least they weren't moving.
Dallas.
What's that?
I'm about to forward you something right quick. I want you to look at this. What Texas Rattler just sent. We might have to talk about a whole nother story. Might do some research on this. I want you to look at it. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want nobody to know yet. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Man. If it ain't,
Would you send it to my inbox or?
No, I'm about to I'm gonna email it to you.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it just goes to show that anytime we talk about an agenda, it's always more agendas that rise up more, almost like worse than the one before. It's set. Check that motherfucker out, man. While you doing that, let me let Reverend Next go ahead and speak his piece.
I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. Anybody resisting, goddamn my ass kiss it. Listen up, man. Man, I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. It don't matter how you come with me. If you down doing what I'm talking about doing, lawyers and get this book open, trained in these words to get the poor, the fatherless, and the widows up out of them penitentiaries. If you down with that, you ain't down with that, shut your goddamn ass up. Give me a next caller. Motherfucker, ain't no corrupt communication came out of my mouth. You know what the corrupt communication is? That's when you talk about the devil. He the devil. Your motherfucking communication is corrupted. Whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop. You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
Yeah, shout out to Reverend Next, man. You know, you saw that?
Man, I'm done. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm done.
Nah,
I'm done.
Hey, I think we got to talk about that next week or whenever. We could do the transgender war But I think that is more sickening, believe it or not.
Unless you just want to show that one quick video real quick, and then we can move on to this.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
I guess it's the
yeah.
first one under. Yeah, because this the person so-called supposed to be starting this whole.
We're gonna finish off this transgender war with this because what we just got from Texas Rattler. We got to do a whole segment for real. Which one you want to do?
I think it's the first one. Because the second one is the FBI raid. Because the FBI actually raided their home after these videos, and of course, you know they since been deleted. I hope you could play it.
The Trans Day of Avengers. I see the gun-toting gender.
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that because we're gonna have to go to this next one, man. I told you just can't make this shit up, man. Y'all, you just can't. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want y'all to see that shit when we do this shit, man. This you can't make this shit up. You just cannot.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Up.
Make sure you tune in for that one, Mark.
This is the war, the transgender war, Avenger war. Is it a video on here?
Yeah, there's a video on there, and it's just like a 12-15 second little video.
That's cool. I'm reading the title, man. Gun-toting transgender woman who has become the face of the Day of Vengeance, organized by the trans activists after Nashville massacre, is a former soldier.
But this is supposed to be a peaceful protest, not this video.
No, not that.
Yeah, that's just
this one right here. Look at this motherfucker.
That's just the image. I think the video is.
I know, but just hold on, man. I can make it bigger. What the fuck is this? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait, I can't make this bigger.
You can't make this shit up.
Look at this shit. What the fuck is this?
And I don't know if it's a he, used to be a she. I haven't figured that one out.
I don't know if that's Carrot Top or Richard Simmons in this motherfucker.
Okay, I just don't know which way they started and which way they finished. I ain't figured that one out.
Yeah. Really? Look at this, y'all. Is that Richard Simmons or that Carrot Top?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
But this is supposed to be a peaceful protest, and you sitting up here gun-toting on social media.
I don't know.
With them Daisy Dukes on.
That's why I say it might be Richard Simmons in drag. But
but yeah, the video's up under it, I believe. That's just that was a snippet from it.
Yeah, I remember Jap showed it. Okay, here we go.
Do you love getting high, but
the fuck out of here. Now you talking about getting high and shit.
But yeah, it was just fine. I was like, hold on. So this is supposed to be who's this our most person?
Now when we pause, you can't pause it because the motherfucker gonna do this. Transgender activist Kayla Dinker shows off their firearm. That's a dude.
That's trying to be a chick now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faggot ass nigga.
But the Day of Vengeance was supposed to be a peaceful protest. But this y'all leader. Mark, this y'all leader.
One more time.
do you love getting high, but
this motherfucker talking about getting high.
But yeah, the FBI actually raided her home.
Oh, we gotta get back to that one. Hold on, man. That's crazy. Oh, they did?
Yeah, that was the second story I sent you. Yeah, the FBI raided their home.
Can they raid for posted? Why? Because it was posted online?
I don't know. I honestly, I didn't really go into it. I just found it. I was gonna do the whole culture shock with you on that one. I didn't actually read the story. I just found where the FBI raided them.
Because the motherfucker didn't threaten nobody. The motherfucker just.
See, I don't know what other videos that have been out there because they said the original video was like 10 minutes long or something like that.
Oh,
and they
so
cut it down.
Okay,
so I don't know what I was on that video, but you know it's been deleted.
Of course. They're not gonna let you called him out like that.
Right. But yeah, they said the original video was a long video, and I don't know what was said on there, but all I saw was this little 12-second little segment. But yeah, they're arming themselves to protect themselves against us heterosexuals. Or you straight male toxic masculinity folk.
Yeah. One more time for y'all, cause well, okay, they raided the house, but okay, what did anybody get arrested? Because they probably just didn't do shit.
I didn't read the story. I just found the article. I said, okay, I was gonna be shocked with everybody else as we read it because I didn't get the chance to read it all. But I'm trying to figure out what war you fighting, a halter top and some Daisy Dukes.
Motherfucker. Fuck out of here. You can't make
What leader is this?
Mark say, isn't that a white wing group? No, I look left to me.
I'm just trying to figure out whose leader is this.
It really don't matter though. I mean, this is one of your constituents ready to go to war.
Right.
Shout out to Face Facts with the 499 said it's all a disarming tactic. They know Simps are trained not to defend themselves from the image of their mammy. The rainbow will come for the kids. Shout out to you, my brother.
And they already
come.
Because I want to know how long they're going to hide this manifesto, and when it comes out, will it come out in pieces or will it come out in its entirety?
No, it's going to come out years later when they come out and admit it, when everybody forgot about it.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, they're gonna wait 30 years like the John F. Kennedy magic bullet.
Yeah, because for there to be one in a situation like this where 3 Catholic children have died, you got 3 adults, a janitor, the head of the school, and a substitute teacher that died. And there's a manifesto, and all of a sudden now there's this outreach to disassociate from LGBTQ. Why?
Yeah. Shout out to Hologram, and he got a point. Shout out to Hologram for the $3 donation. For the $3 cash, we says most mass shooters are white boys, not white men. You right. They still males, but you right. 100% right. Shout out to you, my brother. You right. Most of them have been boys. Yep.
Yeah, but the majority are male and white.
Face Facts, shout out to Face Facts with $1.99. He said, escape from Epstein Island ass boy. Shout out. Epstein was straight from what I seen. He didn't have a bunch of weirdos. He didn't.
Hey, but when they said this was one of the so-called, I guess, leaders of the Day of Vengeance, I was like, oh, this y'all hero.
Man, y'all, man. Hey, man, all I gotta say.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
It goes, wow, y'all, what's wrong with
I'll take toxic masculinity any day of the week.
Hell yeah. Mark said it look white wing to me. Nah, I don't look white wing.
So hold on. So is that because they stand behind their Second Amendment right? Is that the only association to right wing? Because everything else is left. Everything else is left.
Oh shit. Yeah. I can't wait till we talk about this other topic.
Yeah.
We might have to do that. We might have to do that one during the week. I don't think I can wait till next Sunday.
It don't matter to me.
We'll probably do it for maybe next Thursday or Friday.
Okay, that's cool. Thursday Thursday or Friday is good.
Yeah, I'll make it Thursday about 4 o'clock. Is that cool, or 4:30 is better?
Let's do 4:30 just in case I have to work a little bit late.
All right, 4:30. Yeah, we got y'all. When y'all see this shit, the agenda is real.
Yeah. I'm shocked and appalled. I don't know what to say.
Shout out to Hologram for the $2 donation. He said Day of Vengeance for his right to an impact anus. You stupid in the motherfucker. Shout out to you, my brother. But what can I say? Truth is what it is. Man, man, I'm done, man.
It ain't nothing else to say, but I want to see the manifesto. I want to know why there is such an effort, a controlled effort to disassociate from the LGBTQ. What is really going on? Is there a war being waged by the LGBTQ community? And no, Mark, we're not talking about everybody who identifies as an LGBTQ member, but it does not mean that some of your members don't have an agenda. So don't get all hurt about that. Don't act like we're talking about you, because everything is not about you, Mark. But there's definitely an agenda, because like I said, had Audrey Hale been targeted, that would have been the headline of the story. Audrey Hale was killed because they identified as trans.
Right.
That would have been the only story there was. You wouldn't have heard anything else.
We're
claim them.
We're gonna have to try to look up some shit with that. With that what I sent you.
All right, yeah, I'm with it.
Man. That just blew me. That just blew
Yeah, I thought every time I think I've seen it all, there goes something else.
I'm gonna make the thumbnail before Thursday, guys, so you'll be able to go on there and see like, what the fuck? So probably about Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? It will be pre-posted already for Thursday, man. That's all I gotta say.
You know, I'm gonna be looking for bills and legislation.
Yeah, man. You just can't make this shit up, man. Dallas D, as always, I really appreciate you coming, being around a broke nigga like me.
Oh no, hey, I'm broke.
Yeah,
all
but
day long.
You're not a deadbeat. It's a difference.
Yeah, I kind of am.
From what they say.
Yeah, well, from what social media says, but according to family courts, I'm a piece of shit too.
Yeah, right.
And I don't have no kids, but according to family courts, I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
That kids shouldn't be around me, and I don't have none, of course. So I'm a piece of shit.
Hey, look, LSP say I'm getting attacked on Instagram because I told them rainbow boys can't wear bonnets. I don't see what the problem is.
First of all, can we stop everybody from wearing the bonnets outside? That's
none of them should be wearing it, but especially a boy.
Can we stop the bonnet wearing outside? That's all I ask. Just stop it outside.
Mark laughing like a motherfucker. See, he down for that. He said, sure, okay. Oh, shit, he down for that. He said, I'm down for that.
Hey, Mark, I seen y'all hero, so yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, but hold that L. Y'all gotta wave that flag at Audrey Hale. Wave that flag proudly. Wave it. Wave
that motherfucker.
Y'all want to wave it everywhere else? Wave it now. That's all I'm saying. But not to make a mockery though. Again, it definitely an unfortunate situation, and my heart goes out to those families.
Yeah, definitely on that.
That who've lost one, whether it be a child, a wife, a husband, a father, a mother. Yeah, whatever the case may be, my heart goes out to you all. Very, very sad of it. And it doesn't matter why, when it comes to the lives of those individuals or the families that have lost a member. The why isn't what's important. But if a war is being waged from a particular group of individuals, the public deserves the right to know.
And I don't give it, like I said, I don't give a damn if it was a straight dude, a black dude, a white dude, a white supremacist, if it was a white ring, right wing or left wing, it don't make a difference. Whoever did do some shit like this is a piece of shit.
Facts.
To it. Don't give a fuck about who did it. I don't have no preference. So yeah. As always, Dallas D, shout out to you. We're gonna set this shit up. Let's go set.
As always, Couch Gang, you got the best support group. You got the best chat and all of you.
Yeah, I do. I have 100 killers, you know what I'm saying, versus the 13,000 soldiers.
Yeah, and you know what? And shout out to Reverend X. I needed that repentance today because after watching Pastor Phony, I just can't. My soul didn't feel clean after watching Pastor Phony. But as always, it's always a great pleasure working with you, Mr. Palmer. I hate that we have to cover a lot of these stories that we cover. Yeah. But always
Couch Gang. Anybody else will.
Couch Gang.
Couch Gang. Shout out to Dallas D, man. And before you get out of here, let me let Reverend X one more time speak his piece.
Next caller, me. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Shout out to Reverend X, man. All right, Dallas D.
All right, about to go in here and cook my dinner. Y'all have yourselves a good and safe. Anybody who celebrates Easter, I don't celebrate that nonsense, but happy Easter to anybody who does.
Exactly. I'll holler at you, Dallas D.
All right.
Hey, shout out to the Cows gang, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in today, man. Y'all definitely be safe. I want you to understand that a lot of people ain't gonna talk about it. At least they ain't gonna talk about it with truth. They're gonna come with some half-cocked ass story talking about, like you say, take transgender off. You don't know really a transgender now, even though the investigators already said what it was. But like I said, when y'all see the thumbnail that I'm gonna create and the title of this shit, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? It gets every time I think we did something that's the worst of the worst, it's always something over topic. And I'm telling you, these motherfuckers of our society want to destroy our children. It's a straight agenda. You just can't make this shit up. So give it about Tuesday, no later than Tuesday, when I make this damn thumbnail, because I want y'all to see this before Thursday, man. Y'all be safe, y'all be smooth, and I appreciate y'all to the fullest. And even I also thank Mark who come on here and disagree a lot of the times, but some of the stuff he be like, yeah, you're right, I understand. So shout out to him, man. Y'all be safe, y'all be smooth. I'll be live. Let me see. I'll be live tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. It'll be in the evening about the same time. So y'all be safe, y'all be smooth. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck you. That's all to it. Fuck you. These niggas out here crazy, man. And fuck child support. They ain't never changed. Stop the cap. Ooh, no.
Stop the cap. Bragging about you having a man, but you know you're lonely. Stop the cap. Saying that you got all the dough, but baby, you have no money. Stop the cap. Saying that your hair on your head is real, but you know it's not the cap. Wearing some of my that you got from the good old pawn shop. Run around saying baby daddy left, but you know it's not true. You don't do to live off the government, that's what you choose. You fucked up with a good man, you rather be ran through. You know you made a big mistake, leaving him for Section 8. Even though you're living on government daddy, making them your children new happy, claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like the baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. Even though you're living on government daddy, making them your children new happy, claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like the baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. Come on. Even though you're living on government daddy, making them your children new happy, claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like the baby mama terrorist women.